everyone, welcome back. Thank you for sharing your energy with me today. If you're new here, welcome in. My name is Jane. I am a psychic and an energy intuitive, and on this channel we connect with energies that bring messages to provide assistance with insight, guidance, education, truth, and confirmations. And with all of those things, it's to help guide you on your soul's path. All of our sessions here are timeless. Whenever you find this or it finds you, it's the right time for you to hear it. Don't try to make anything fit. Don't try to force it. If it's for you, you will intuitively know. You will resonate with it. So with that, let the magic begin. Now, I have some pretty interesting messages that have been coming through. And again, if you're new here, I get pre-downloads before I do any of my readings. And the first thing that they wanted me to do is to have you purchase or perhaps have black tourmaline. I mean, this is just a teeny piece, but they're saying that it's to help ward off any negative evil eyes or negative energy. So I'm not really sure what that's about. Also, they recommend, if you don't have the tourmaline, they recommend it. You could use 417 hertz, which will pretty much do the same thing. And that's what I have playing today. So I'm not really sure why the last minute had me do that. Also, they were saying that this reading is for the silent ones. You have a strong connection to the divine and on your spiritual path. It's for, they're saying that you're shifting into a higher timeline. And they actually had me, let me grab that. They actually had me make note of some of the things here that were on my pendants here. And I don't know if you can see on camera, but I have a lot of stars here. And the stars, and I noticed, like, I was like, oh yeah, look at all the stars. And they were saying to me, yeah, people are going to be thanking their lucky stars, or you will be. You are either thanking your lucky stars or you will be. They also made me make note of the key. And also, I don't know, what is that there? I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a Pegasus. I didn't even realize that. Okay, so that's the Pegasus. I don't know what that might have something to do with it. They also mentioned about this feather. Now, I don't know, maybe you're seeing feathers. Or maybe it's just the angels will be here today. I'm not really sure. And then all the hearts are still, like, all these hearts are still up. So I'm not really sure what's going on with the hearts. Again, I think your heart has been flipped or something. Something has changed. There's been like this big change that's involved with your heart. Anyway, they also made me make note of, like, all the owls. They wanted me to actually bring out my thingy here with the owl, my incense burner, but I don't think you can see it on camera. But they did make note of all the owls here and the dragon. They brought the dragon out a couple times to me. And this here, it's like the infinity symbol, and then it has like these ballet slippers that are like laying on top of it, so it looks like a bow. But I think the whole thing is, it's supposed to be about the dance. And I tell you, I think this is all so connected, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it I had, when I was doing a meditation yesterday on my walk, I got a vision of Hathor. And I don't know if you know anything about Hathor, but she is considered a goddess in Egypt. And she is one, like, she is like a fertility, basically life and rebirth type, and they celebrate her with music and dance. And not only that, she has like she's supposed to have like these healing powers that will heal emotions and spiritually. So and then what the freaky thing too that came up was that I was getting like this really heavy weight on my chest, and it felt like some kind of, like, something was coming. And I was really apprehensive about it. I had like almost an anxiety, almost like a it was like this like sudden stress, and it was like on top of me, and I was just like, so like all my spidey sense, I guess, was like become alerted, and I was just like, what is going on? Why am I feeling this? Like, because I don't get that with spirit. So I don't know if it was something that I was just picking up on in the ether, or if they're asking me to pick up my crystal and hold my crystal. So I'm going to do that. Um, so they had me holding my selenite in one hand and my quartz in the other, with this in the middle. So I don't know if you have something negative that has been kind of plaguing your life a little bit, or maybe something because something's come full circle. Maybe you're being tested. I'm not really sure what that's about, but we're going to find out. They were talking to me about to pursue your goals and dreams without fear. And I had a really bizarre um encounter with a, a hawk in the woods yesterday when I was doing my meditation. And uh, and you know what's funny too, because the hawk, there Hathor, the vision that I had of Hathor, she is really connected. She's like a consort with Horus, also an Egyptian, and he's the one that has the hawk head. So I didn't realize it at the time when I was there, because it become like a threatening kind of thing that happened, because my little dog, I think it was hunting my little dog. And although my little dog looks like you could pick her up and grab her and go, and a bird could snatch her, she actually has a lot of weight on her. So I don't think that the bird would actually ever be able to like lift her in the air, because she is like the weight of a struggling toddler. You know what I'm saying? So but obviously, they have these big, thick talons. And I mean, this bird was very persistent, and it had come by like at least 3 times. And I mean, it flew directly at us, and it was at the last second it saw me, and it veered off the first time. And then another one was like screeching above our heads. I was just like, what is going on? I got really threatened anyway, and I leashed my little one, and we just left the area. But before I had leashed her, like literally minutes before I leashed her, it had flown overhead, and it was only about 12 feet in the air. I mean, it was really close. I have never been that close to a wild prey bird ever. And I mean, we have them flying around all the time, but they're never that close. It was really bizarre. Actually, it was so close that I screamed at it. Like it startled me to that point. Anyhow, so that has a lot to do with this reading, and I'm going to explain to you why. Because um they were telling me about how on the way back, I was thinking about it, and on the way back they were telling me about, and I know that the bird is like highly spiritual, like a hawk is. It's like your guides, like it's like a direct message from your guides, like, we're here, we're guiding you, we're lighting that way for you. And that's what the hawk represents. However, it had a dual message this day, because, well, actually 3 messages, because it's connected to Hathor too. But my little dog, she had killed a lot of chickens over the years, and other birds too, I would assume, because she's just that type of dog. She has this high prey in her, and she just, if she can get her teeth on a chicken, she will take it. And I thought, how fitting is that she would then have a prey bird like hunt her. So I just thought, like, oh, that's a little piece of karma for you. And then I heard in my ears where it was a little lesson on karma. So I don't know if they want to show you something about some kind of karma, what that's going on in this reading. I'm not really sure what they're, I don't know if it's maybe somebody that you've had a relationship with, and they're going to show you that person's karma, or this is your karma. I don't really know what's going on here in with the karma. So we're going to find that out. The hawk also has a lot to do, and Hathor actually, they have to have a lot to do with like the sky and the sun. And Hathor has a lot to do with cows too. So I don't know where the cow fits in, because I don't know what the cow represents. The other thing too is I could hear owls calling out and frogs singing, and either or of those, that is talking about like a major change coming. And I thought, well, that makes complete sense. And then also they showed me the Ace of Pentacles, which is also about new beginnings. So all this change and new beginnings is coming, which makes complete sense when they say that you're shifting into a new timeline. So, you know, because I did a reading just a few days ago that talked about closing a cycle. So if you're closing a cycle, this is the beginning. But I think at the beginning of this cycle, I think they want to show you like how far you have come. Yeah, how far you have come, and that maybe you'll be listening to music and dancing, and you know, you'll be leaving all this negative kind of, you know, evil eye stuff behind you. And they had me pull out this deck at the very end, like just before I was ready to start recording. So with that, I'm going to begin the reading. So we're going to find out what this is. I don't know what's all going on here, but we're going to look into it. So I'm going to pull this card, and we're going to put those aside and read them at the end. So I'm going to just start with this big deck here. Okay, well, that's too many, Spirit. Oh, look at that. It's a unicorn, though. You are magic. Thanks, Spirit. Okay, so let's just get a card here. Now I'm not going to know what this card is. So, okay, Spirit, anytime. Okay, they're asking me to cut this, so I'm going to do that on camera here. Okay, decks are curling. This one. Look at that. You are magic. Isn't that the one that I read at the very beginning? Okay, I don't know what that one is, but you're magic. Okay, so that's one down. All right, now this one here. Right out the gate. It's funny, Spirit. It's on the bottom. Diamond, Radiance, number 11. Cicada, voice. And you know, I was getting all those calls and all those singing. Yeah, Spirit. I think this is going to be an amazing reading because I want to see the journey that you've taken. I think you found your key. I think that's what they're talking about, this key. You found your key is what I heard. You found your key. And you're soaring because that's why they brought out the Pegasus, maybe. Breakthrough, look, lightning. Oh, Spirit. They want me to read that one at the end, too. So that's number 21. It's on the bottom. Sage, purification. And that's why they were talking about that tourmaline and the music to do some kind of purification. Look, and it's number 34. 34 is a really highly spiritual number, too. Oh, Spirit. Oh, my ears are buzzing with a frequency. Hold on. I can feel the shifting. I can feel some kind of shifting going on. Oh my God. I'm like wigging out a little bit here. Apple tree, abundance. Oh my gosh. And, oh, the Ace of Pentacles, that is about abundance as well. And look, that's number 2. So we've had a lot of number 1s and 2s, and then we have 21 here. My ears are buzzing. Oh, my ears are buzzing. Hold on a moment. I have some kind of interference coming in. Hold on. I have to stop the video. Okay, sorry, folks. I don't know what that was all about. I had to, like, just clear the space. I don't know what was going on with that. Okay, so these cards are going to be right at the end. So we have You Are Magic and Lightning, Breakthrough. So that's basically what I was just talking about, all that change. So they want me to start with this deck first. So me. Oh, you know what? I also had a vision of a hand, and that's what made me bring out this deck, because the hand that I saw was exactly in this deck. Um, and I just assumed that the hand. Oh, I didn't talk about the cats. I actually had I saw a cat, like a vision of a cat, and you know, in Egypt, cats are considered very magical, so it doesn't surprise me that they brought out the card that says you are magic on here, because you know, cats are considered very magical, and cats also they believe that cats can see through the veil. Career, you know what? Yeah, because they talked about pursuing your goals. And your dreams without fear, and maybe that's what all that apprehension, like that anxiety that I had, maybe because you're, you know, like the dream that you want to do, that it and the goals that you want to create gives you a little bit of apprehension. It could have something to do with, you know, like, just, you know, like, is this going to work, you know, do I have the energy for this, like, will it take off, I heard. I don't know. I think you have some kind of apprehension when it comes to some kind of job or career or future that you have. But the cats are also considered sacred in Egypt. And they're known for being cunning and trickery as well. In Egypt, they were considered as protectors. So there's a heavy Egypt theme going on here. Look, nest and emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. Okay, so I'm just going to move this out of the way here. I'm not quite sure. Okay, Spirit. So if they want to give you some kind of, I think you're just the type maybe, or they want to give you climbing a ladder, look, climbing towards success. Yeah, Spirit. These three cards came out here. So we have vase, secret admirer. You don't want these. Oh, they said they didn't want these. Okay. Okay. They keep saying that they want you to have some kind of informed decision. To, what are you saying? They want you to be able to see clearly, to make an informed decision. Okay. That frequency that I had in my ear, that buzzing was really strong. And you know what? I'm telling you, I think that was like some kind of negative energy trying to interfere. Look, coins, money will be coming for you. So there's something about this career. I believe that they're saying, oh, you know what? I think that's what the hearts mean. All these hearts, I believe these hearts are like, it's something that you're going to put your whole heart into. If you put your whole heart into, you're going to, oh, okay. Because, you know, like the nest, like that needs time. Like the nest is where like the egg incubates, where things goes through all that transformation. That's why they were bringing up so much of the transformation. They're talking like the frog, because a frog goes from a tadpole, you know, to and turns into a frog. It's a big, you know, that's personal growth. I heard that. That's good. Yeah. Oh, there'll be no more teardrops though, because it says right here, great personal sorrow, and that's in reverse. It rolled right out in reverse. Haystack. Karma, you will reap what you have sown. Oh my God. And I just talked about the karma, about how my dog, it was a lesson from Spirit. This is amazing. Okay, so there's not going to be any tears going on here. No, over here. Okay. So you won't have any tears over this career in this haystack. Whatever you see, and this is what they're talking about with that nest, like where it's something that you've done previously and it's been incubating. I just heard it's going to be incubating. And the haystack comes right out underneath it. And look, there's a sun there. Because I had that, Horus gave that heavy sun. Oh my God, the karma, you will reap what you have sown. Now, that could be good or bad. I don't know. Because, I mean, everybody has their own story. And, you know, I'm going to tell you, like, you know, just, I know that you probably are just like, you know, I'm a really good person. I don't hurt people. I don't steal. I don't cheat. I don't do any of these nasty things. But you know what? It doesn't mean that you haven't in previous lifetimes. I mean, we all have to be a bad guy at some point in, because that's like a whole thing, that spirit. I don't know if you want to get into that, spirit. Okay, I had 2 cards. This one's upside down here. A dark woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. And that was in reverse. So it won't be somebody that has, it won't be a woman. It won't be somebody with dark hair or complexion. I don't know what that means. Oh, look, and ladder came out again. Climbing towards success. Very good, spirit. See, and it all comes under the career. See how that works? Okay, spirit. So what do you want to come under haystack? I don't know what this card, why that would be there. Maybe this is the person that maybe at one point, maybe this this woman with the dark hair or complexion, maybe that was somebody that created teardrops for you, gave you this great sorrow. Another card came out here. It's in reverse. Crown. Honor and respect will come to you. That's not, that wasn't, they're saying that wasn't supposed to come out. Okay. All right. On the bottom is tiger. There's that cat energy. Doing something risky, taking a chance. I think that's what they're talking about with this career. It's you need to take a chance. I think they're trying to encourage you to take this chance, or whatever that is. I mean, oh my goodness, why are you spitting the cards out like that? Okay, so we have, look at that, money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. And then it has the coins. And then here it has broken ring, but it came in reverse. Parting of the ways in either romance or business. And that's why I was just saying, I think this person might have had you in tears, this energy, whoever this energy is. And yes, I am shaking, and it's because the energy is like, I have like this, it's like an excitement, but it's like a nervous excitement. It's really hard to explain, but it's kind of giving me the shakes a little bit here. I'm not really sure what that's about either. Sometimes that happens when the energy is really high. Look, another cat, lion, time to act. But you know what? When I saw that cat, it was like, you know the cat on Puss in Boots, and it gives you those Puss in Boots eyes. It was orange too, and they brought out the tiger and the lion, and they have that orangey color to them as well. So, oh my God, Lily just fell out. Spiritual love. Yeah, see, and you get that heavy spirit, and I was talking about that because that's what the hawk represents, right? Oh, and I didn't go on about Horus either, because Horus actually is connected with Hathor, and Horus has a hawk head. So you have, really heavy, and I even noticed that this stack here is like a pyramid almost. In Egypt used to be a very rich, I mean, maybe it still is, I don't know, but, then they had like all the pharaoh and all of that, and the broken ring. Yeah, I don't know what's, this is because they're talking about the past. They're talking about what you've come through. Now, just because that says dark woman, it could be a man, because energy is not considered male or female. Like, in our bodies, yes, but in energy, no. Okay. Like when your soul leaves the human form, or animal form for that matter, it is just energy, light and energy. So I mean, you can take any form after that. Like if you choose to come to reincarnate, you can come as a male or female, is what I'm saying. Okay, so needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted. Oh, spirit. And it comes right out on this ladder and money path, the haste, this karma. I don't know what this, so I don't know what this karma. Oh my God, look at that. I just got the funny thing. You look, the needle in a haystack. Have you ever heard of that saying, you know, finding a needle in a haystack? And it's waiting for you to find it. Oh my God, spirit, this is so funny what they're doing right now. And you know, like when you look here under the eggs, I mean, that could be hay, considered as hay too, because they use grass and all this stuff to make their nests. And then it turns the dead grass is hay. That's funny, spirit. Spirit. And you know, oh, look at that. And it just literally flew out, and it's come out as December. And you know what? The ladder here, I was looking at the ladder, and I was looking at like the clouds, and you know, the clouds also represent like the air, right? And like, you know, you can see how this is all like blowing. So maybe something that you've started in December, or maybe this December. I don't know, something about December. I mean, it could even have to do with a birthday. It could be like this energy or yours. I don't know what December means. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. And it's the whale. Great worry over nothing. Okay. So that's where they're talking. That's where that fear comes from, like that anxiety. And you know, whales, they're very, that talks about like your voice, using your voice. I think something came up about the voice, didn't it? Yeah, look, I split the deck and it came out on Vine, but it was like upside down. So when I turned it around, it says, seek out information that will help you. Perhaps maybe that's what you're not doing, is seeking out information. Maybe you need to do a little bit of research, like sit down at this desk and do a little research on whatever your dream, and make some kind of plans or something. Look, and heart is on the very bottom. Love, deep affection and caring. Love, deep affection, and caring. Yeah, and that's what I was saying about all those hearts up there, saying how I believe that, you know, you have to put your whole heart into it. Told me to look underneath, and it's fox. It was in reverse. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Yeah, don't let your heart make your decisions in business, is what I think they're trying to say here. But you got to put your whole heart into it. Look at that. And I split it again on quill, and it's on a feather, and they did bring out that feather. I don't know if I made note of that or not up here in this pendant. Get back to the basics. Yeah, that's it. Go get back to the basics. Oh, look, I even noticed that there's a feather here on this desk. So you just sit down and yeah, okay, that makes sense, spirit. Oops. And yeah, look, because the work and achievement, it brings success. But a couple cards fell out. I don't know what that means. Dagger, fear, worries, intense situations. That's what I was saying about that fear and that anxiety. But look, the scales. Keep your life in balance. Oh, spirit. You know, that's the key, right? Okay, so enough of that. I'm going to move on here. They're asking me to bring out one of these cards over here. They're kind of pestering me when I was, look, there's the Ankh again. Memories, yeah, they're going to take you, spiritual acceleration, process, and technology. Yeah, I'm telling you that they're looking at opening an activation on a door. Well, it's 2 doors. Well, okay. Look, no joke. Look, it says right here, look, supernova, recreation, renewal, and rebirth by light. And I was just talking about that. They're going to show you how far you've come. And that this renewal and this and rebirth, and that's what Hathor is like, you know, rebirth, right? Okay, so So you could be going into this new timeline and birthing like a whole new thing going on here. I don't know what you, because the energy, because I'm just reading the general energy, but I think this is, people are like, I heard it's going to come in lightning fast, is what I heard. It's going to come in lightning fast. Oops. Okay, it's going to come in lightning fast. Star being guides, answer the call. Time to shine. Yeah, that's not the first time that you got that message. It's time, like it's time to... Okay, let's see what else we have here. Okay, Spirit, I'm going to pull out a card here. Okay, I'm going to pull out a card. This one? It's really sticking here. Stargate heart. Heart chakra opening, unlocking, generosity. See, and that's what I was talking about, like all those hearts. It's all those hearts. You got to pour your heart into it. Heart chakra opening. You know, and I'm going to tell you too that Merkaba there, that Merkaba, it means direct communication to spirit. Because, oh, what's that? That's weird. Oh my God, and I was just talking. Oh my God. Embraced by light. Mission uncovered. Don't give up. Mission uncovered. Okay. They're asking me to bring out, sorry. They're asking me to bring out the Gaia Oracle here. Oh, look, on butterflies. Butterfly again, transformations. And lo, the circle too is like, you know, round and round, right? I gracefully embrace my true self, spreading my wings to new heights and levels of awareness. Oh, Spirit. It's beautiful. And you know, and they break through too. They're another breakthrough, because you know that's what they do. They burst out of that cocoon, and it's just like so fast. Okay. Oops. Sorry, that might be loud. Okay, Spirit. Look at that, and the orcas, more whales. Well, I don't know if they're considered. Yeah, I think they're part of the whale. And look, the triangle too. And the Merkaba, that's what the Merkaba is a bunch of triangles all connected together. Actually, pyramids. And the number 18 actually is 18 and or 9. And 9 is the ending. Okay, I lead with my heart and trust with that the outcome is for the highest good of all involved. Oh my God, I'm shaking really bad. You know what? And they also use, Spirit has given me like multiple messages with this, because they're talking about how the whales, how they communicate with each other. And, you know, with the blue, so that talks about like your throat chakra. And again, you have this throat chakra thing going on over here with this lightning. Okay, Spirit. The skunk is back on the bottom. What do they want me to see here? I respect the wisdom within me. I handle my responsibilities with pride. Yeah, and they were talking about that wisdom because of the owls. Like the owls have a lot of wisdom. Wise old owls, they used to say. Or still say, I suppose. Oh, look at that. Crab. I honor my feelings and nurture what needs to heal. Exactly, just like Hathor. And you know what? I think this might be a continuation of the reading I did the other day, because they're pointing out all these triangles and circles again, and they had me use the circular cards. And that, I saw a crab in that one. Okay, Spirit. Okay. Yeah, it's all about that healing and letting go the old. Looking on the bottom, and number 34 again. I am renewed with inspiration, hope, and joy. The hummingbird. Yeah, there's a lot of feathers going on here. Look, and a parrot. And parrot is also about speech. I allow myself to receive support by expressing myself clearly. Yes, sitting down at that desk and writing down what you want to move on with, like what you want to do for your goals, and they will help you climb this ladder to success. And we have the leopard too, number 31. I have the strength to face. Yeah, you have. I will find my peace. Yeah. Yeah. See, and this is what it was. I think this is where you started with. I had the strength to face this grief, because, you know, they spoke about this, like, you know, the tears and everything, but now you've kind of gone past all that. So this is where you've come from. I will find my peace again, one small step at a time. And I think that's where you come from. I think one time that you were like doing a lot of crying over this individual. Again, that could be male or female. Okay, so that's where you've come from. Yeah, you've come from all of that. Yeah, okay. Setbacks do not define me. Setbacks nudge me into new awareness yet again. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so you've come a long way. And now, like, there could be some kind of partnership or something going on here too. Okay, so they want me to bring out the Truth Oracle here. And on the bottom is intuition, sixth sense, intuition, subconscious. Though I know it was in reverse. Look, I split it on key. Key people, core of the problem, pass. Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, I think you've come to realize that anybody that's been a part of your life that is not a productive or positive part of your life, you're letting that go. Yeah, look, and it came out on torment. You know, it says anxiety, bondage, depression, and trouble, but that was in reverse. You've released yourself from that. That's that new timeline. Okay, Spirit. You know, I just saw that needle and they were just like, yep, so in a whole new existence, so in a whole new life. Okay, no, you don't want that one. I don't know what's going on. This deck is really sticky. Okay. Independent, free, lead, and initiative. Okay. What do you want here, Spirit? Makes me laugh about that. You know, like, but they have like dual messages here. I don't know if you could tell, like, you know, the needle in the haystack thing, and then you get the double coins and silence. Look, oh, Spirit. And you know what? They were actually, oh, look, and ascending, because I'm at the very beginning in the pre-download, they talked about that this message was for the silent ones. Keep silent, coercion, and hint. And that you have a strong connection. And that's what I thought. And that, like, with the hawks and all that, and then ascending, you're leveling up, promotion. That's that new timeline, Spirit. Whoa. And then commitment was like in reverse. So I don't, oh, look, and law came out again. Is there anything else here? I heard no. Okay. Sometimes I like to see if there's more messages. Unfinished business. It's not over. No, that's over. Yep. That's over. Okay, Spirit. Wow. Okay, so they want me to read this lightning breakthrough first. I need to find the book. Swig of tea. Okay. 21. Look at that. An apple tree. I opened it to apple tree, and then that actually came out on apple tree when I was messing around with the deck, because it talked about the abundance. Okay, 21. Here we go. Lightning. Okay, yeah, they talk about just it's the power of nature. You know, that represents like the air too, just like the hawk and Hathor does. Okay, so repeated messages again. So the message is, try to find some light here. Fragmented and disassociated ideas have been rummaging around in your mind for several days or even weeks, nagging at you, haunting you, consuming your attention, and urging action. You've been lacking clarity as to what to do with all of these seemingly random thoughts. But now it's as if you have been hit by a lightning bolt. You're experiencing a surge of energy with a flash of inspiration that abruptly and unexpectedly, oh my God, I can't make out that word. Hold on. Cholesis into a clear path for you to take. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's like Coalesces. I don't know. I'm terrible pronouncing words. In spite of this revelation, there is hesitation and fear, just like I spoke about in the early pre-download. You question whether to trust the guidance that has burst into your consciousness. To dispel these doubts, pay close attention to other signs, omens, and synchronicities in the next few days. Once you receive sufficient spiritual guidance and intuitive evidence, proceed in spite of any remaining fears and doubts. You've experienced that initial jolt of inspiration. From here, it's up to you to follow the path that has opened to you. Oh, Spirit, and that's what we were talking about here, about how, you know, like going up the ladder to success, like, you know, this career goals that you've been thinking about, the dream. And, you know, it even has a path here. Like it even says, like, the path to money is awaiting for you to find it. Has the haystack, has the nest, something that you've been like, cultivating in your mind or whatever. Spirit. Okay, and then this is a postcard from Spirit, and as you know, I didn't read it, but it says you are magic. Okay, let's see what this says here. Dear you, there is only one you, and you have a unique place in the universe. Sometimes situations come up that challenge you to be authentic, and that means you have to be fully yourself and let go of being what you think others may want. Now is not the time to conform to other people's standards or expectations. Be proud of who you are and be courageous. Stand tall in your convictions. Being yourself is a powerful statement and will only lead you to success and ultimately happiness. Don't compare yourself to other people. Want what you have. Choose what your heart wants. And know that you're yours alone. No one else can claim your magic, nor take it away. When you place authenticity and originality high on your list of priorities and give them a prominent place in your awareness, extraordinary things happen. Your life is a beautiful one. Love you always and forever. Oh, Spirit, that was amazing. Like, holy God. Like, okay. This has been, sorry, I'm starting to choke. This has been like really amazing. They're asking me to bring out one angel number. So let me just grab that deck for you, and we'll close the reading after that. Okay. So we have reshape on the bottom, but it was in reverse. Adventure. Well, there's that round and little triangle again. Something about these triangles and the circles. I don't know what's going on. I'm pretty sure this is connected to that last reading I did. I haven't posted it at this point, but, you know, it will happen. Probably post it later today or tomorrow. And then this one will come out in a couple days after that. Okay. Okay, Spirit, you want to flip a card out here for us? They said, nope, they want me to relax. They want me to, oh, they're splitting it. No, twin flame. No, that's not. They, what? Spirit, what's going on? Okay. I'm like tensed up again. I don't know what that is. I think somebody, whoever is hearing this, little compassion. Yeah, that 369, look, and your purpose, look. But that was in reverse. What's going on here, Spirit? Bonds. You don't want this one. They want this one, this compassion. 369. Oops. Okay, in the upright, make kindness a natural part of your daily life, loving unconditionally with your whole heart. Okay, so your angels are swooping in to send you this loving message. You are needed, and your gifts are priceless. You are the only person walking the unique path. Again, they're talking about that path that is your life. You are the only one who can realize your goals. Associated with unconditional love and kindness, this number is a reminder of the role as a light worker. Use your natural talents to create beauty, to encourage compassion. Oh, Spirit, it's beautiful. Yeah, look, because they're saying here, loving unconditionally with your whole heart, indicative of empathic or psychic gifts, acknowledging and using your talents. And that's what I said in the very beginning, that you have a strong connection to the divine. I am meant to live a magical life. Again, the magic, just like this card came out twice there. Okay, Spirit, thank you very much for that beautiful message. Now, I'm going to close this reading, and thank you for allowing me to deliver this beautiful message to the collective. And for the collective, I hope this video finds you well, and I hope this helps you on your path to a beautiful new timeline. It's really incredible that they could show, you know, like where you've been and what you've gone through, and now here you are with all this work. Is like, you know what I mean? So like I said, it's for the silent majority. So it's beautiful. So I hope this video finds you well, like I said, and sending you love and light.